ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. And off we go from Denver. Rodgers now on first down. And right side, Henry's got it. Shelling through the defense. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. That one caught out wide by Julio. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you...
And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career. And maybe more importantly, a first down. Mayfield off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
After the sack on first down, Mayfield. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught. Judy. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Here's Mostert, toss left side. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He was tackled at the 27.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. There's Evans again, complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Matthew Wright on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 3-3.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Switch. Hey, alert. Regular. Let's go.
Throwing on second and long. Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play fake. Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Returning here is Wright. Dancing away at the 35. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Now Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A first down carry for Henry. Trucks over him. Again, powerful running. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Derrick Henry. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 24-yard line.
On play action, now Rodgers. That's going to be caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Anthony Ferkser, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Titans have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-3.
Titans 10, Broncos 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And Mostert with a first down carry. Nice carry. Gets his way forward for a pickup of about 6 yards.
It's a pickup of 6.
Second down. Here's Mostert again. Room here to run. And all the way home for a Broncos score. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He'll flip this out to Evans. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up the third down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And the Titans first down.
Rodgers now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6.
Throwing, Mayfield. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
First down, Mayfield. This is the tight end Fant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. They go play action. Mayfield.
Going right back to Fant.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Raheem Mostert,
his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
A check down here for Henry.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
That's the score. Broncos 31, Titans 10. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going, a little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 26-yard line. And again, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They like that to hit the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
The 33-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mayfield. He's got his tight end fed, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Beckham.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mayfield on play action.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker.
And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Well, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
He's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He dumps it off for Henry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. Rodgers again now.
He's got a man. It's Ferkser, the tight end. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
On second down, it's Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
31. Titans, 7.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are right back in this football game.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers to Henry.
And some room to roam now. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath. and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Broncos are going to get the football back at their own 17.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
A gain of 9 brings up second.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Denver, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Titans, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.